Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Tom Mizzle. You watching my channel Mizzle14, and I'm here doing a review of Being Mary Jane. This is a series finale. That means it's done. After this thing, it is over. There will be no more seasons. This is a conclusion of the story of Being Mary Jane. Now, it ended with a 2 hour movie, just like how the series started with a movie. It started with a movie, and then it went to episodes, and then it was been 4 seasons, and then after a while, after the last season, the end of the fourth season, it was going for a break. And we want to know if it's going to be renewed for a new season. What happened? We don't know what happened. The show got canceled? But what? But BET conclude the story, gave us a 2 hour movie ending to end the series. And then we got the new one, a new show called Games People Play on Tuesdays to start a new kind of thing. So it was nice. Alright, so if you don't remember, I can literally recap a little bit of what last season that ended up there. Like this episode or this series finale movie ended with Mary Jane in her wedding dress. So she was staying in the wedding dress in her little speech and everything about how finding the perfect is not always the right thing. You just gotta go with the flow, go where it goes, not always control the destiny, let the thing let it flows for you, and when you do, you let that happen. You don't have too much control of what you want and stuff like that. It will eventually come happen for you. So that's exactly what. Because Mary Jane, throughout the whole process of finding herself, finding love, she always had this checklist. Oh, I want a man to be this, so he got to be that, and I had to do this, and all that like that. And she had this dream in her little set, but it was never panning out for her. And also, I guess it was not so much about the man she was choosing, because at the same time, the man she was choosing probably wasn't right for her, and then the one that was right, it was always not a good. It was enough for her. So Mary Jane was kind of difficult, and then she always had this little set mindset how to do things. So it was struggling the balance of her love life and balance of her work life and everything, and how it interferes, and how she just can't let herself go and always got control and just can't seem to be happy. And when it went to get to that point, when she got to that point, it me happy, I guess she just backtracked and messed it up again. And she does that a lot too, especially with guys that it was good for her. She get to the point that it was so good, and she think it was too good to be true, and just messed it up again. And then sometimes she may choose guys that may not be good because she thinking that it will change, but it wasn't changing. So she was in her wedding dress, so we want to know who she getting married, because the end of last season, the end of season 4, before we had this break, we knew this whole thing that Justin was messing with Mary Jane, and Justin is Mike Ealy character, is the actor Mike Ealy, and he was vying for a spot for EP at the show with Kara, which is Mary Jane's best friend. Now, Mary Jane was the one that made the decision because the old boss left and had an opportunity to run somewhere else, so he gave the decision to fill that EP spot to Mary Jane. So it was a difficult spot for her to choose between her best friend and her boyfriend she's dealing with right now. And long story short, she chose Kara, and Justin was upset about that a little bit, so he left. Now, when he left, Mary Jane made a decision because she wanted to wait to have the man to get babies and stuff like that, because she wanted to be a mother and stuff like that. But I guess the plans was not in her favor to have the husband first before the babies. So she decided to go ahead and inseminate her eggs in her and use a random sperm and get pregnant. Now, that's how we mostly ended the last season, and with her. So now we was like, did she say yes? Did she say no? We know she in a wedding gown, but it didn't really show who she was going down the aisle yet. So the end of the episode, we find out who she really picked. Now I explain why I said who she really picked at the end. All right, so that was that. So he left and came back. So she went to get pregnant and all that stuff like that. So all of a sudden, Kara is with Orlando, still with Orlando, you know, that baseball guy, and I guess he getting a little gig or something like that. I think he quit in baseball, and he was doing something like a news anchor, not a news anchor, but a sport agent, more something along the line in the reporting world that that was his new calling. And he was going down. He had to flew out to do some business, and she said, "I want to hold you up and everything." And Kara, it was sad for me to see her story this ending because when she was going home, and when she went home and she got her nightgown and everything, she felt her breast. You gotta check yourself, like people tell you, will you check yourself? And if you feel any unusual, she went to the doctor. She was feeling her breast, and then she started noticed that her breast was lumpy and stuff like that, and she just couldn't. She was frantic, and I said, "Oh no, Carol, hope she don't get it." And lo and behold, she went to the doctor. The doctor did confirm that she got cancer. And I was like, oh, Carol, like, this is sad for her to go through this. And so she said, well, her options was she was going to get, let me get the names right because it was crazy terms. Lumpectomy. A lumpectomy, what she means, remove the right side of the breast, because that's where I think her lumps was at, the right side of the breast, and you go do radiation therapy to remove the breast tissues on the right side of the breast. Or she could go get the bilateral vasectomy and remove both breasts, which is the double vasectomy. Now, I remember Married to Medicine, Atlanta, Contessa got that surgery. She got a double mastectomy because she said breast cancer runs her family, and she don't risk that risk of getting cancer. So she moved both her breasts, and then she got that moved, and then she implanted breast in her. So it was like, okay, so that's why that. And I guess Kara decided to go with the double mastectomy because she don't want the risk of getting cancer coming back because it runs her family. So she went to do that, and she just was so bummed out about that, and it was just so heartfelt and hurting for her to go through that. So she would think about her family. She make the arrangement to get her a estate, so somebody be ahead of her state. Just something happened to her, if she died, then somebody could be responsible. So she got paperwork drawn up, and she wanted her friend Mary Jane to be head of her state. So if she does die, she can be responsible and handing out the funds and stuff like that, and go by the letter what she wants Mary Jane to do. And Mary Jane, no problem, signed up for it. But at first, before she had that problem, she never told Mary Jane what happened. Until one time, Mary Jane came in the office. She said, what's going on? Like, how I see a different change. You have been soaky, you have not been well. It's like that. Tell me, explain to me what's going on. And then that's why she told her, she said, she gave her the folder. She said, I want you to be the head of the state. She said, what happened? She said, I got breast cancer. I got stage 4 cancer. It's like that. And she said, what's your option? She said, I go to double mastectomy. She said, why you go to double mastectomy? Why you just can't move that? She said, I don't want to risk going, so I just getting both of them done. And then she could go reconstruction afterwards. Well, I guess she get implants after that. That's what I mean, reconstruction. After she get the stuff done, tie it up, and then she can reconstruct and get some implant titties. It's like that. So she could be the woman that she wants to be again. And I'm glad that she went and just was serious, but she just was like, if something happened to me, please. But I said, Carol, don't think that. Don't think too negatively. Hopefully the surgery go well, which it ended up there. It went well. It did go well. And then she told Mary Jane, please don't tell Orlando, because she don't want Orlando to know. But even though deep down inside, she do want Orlando to be there because she wants somebody by her side. So I was like, you gonna tell Mary Jane not to say nothing? You know, damn well Mary Jane gonna tell Orlando. And that's exactly what she did. And Karen said, did you tell her to say, I can't have no fun? She said she glad that she did, because at the end of the day, she really wanted Orlando to be at her side. I said, yes, but something like this, I think you should tell him. And then let it be him to come. And he definitely did come. When Mary Jane told him, he took the next flight or whatever out to come down there to go be by her side. And he said, I wish you told me and everything. And Mary Jane got her all together, and she was so worried. She said, I know this is not the woman you was looking at. I don't got the breasts that you want. I feel not the woman. I'm not feeling myself. And he said, I'm going to love you no matter what. And you know what? I'm telling you how serious I am. He put out the weather box ring. I said, oh my gosh. And it was so nice. And he wanted to marry. He said, I will not take no for an answer. I said, go ahead. Just say yes. Shit. Knowing it. So obviously, yes. And she chose. She said, oh my God. She accepted. And it was nice. And I like the man like that. He said, I don't care about your breasts, and I love you. That's who I love. It's like you, no matter who you are, what happened. I'm supposed to be there for you to thick to thin. And don't think you think I will not be here for you, or don't think I'm that shallow to leave you like that. And I said, I love that. I love that so well. So that was a Kara. That was Kara thing. And also while that's happening, before that, all right. So Justin came back. Justin came back, and he asked Mary Jane to pose again because he laughing. She was upset. And they talk it out. I guess they made up. And he said he just was upset. He was hurting about it, and all that stuff. She understand what she had to do, and I don't want to lose her. I realized he messed up, so she accepted the engagement, and but she got pregnant. She wanted to know about the pregnancy because she didn't want to tell because she really got back with Justin. She didn't tell him yet, and she was hoping, waiting because she told Kara about it, and Kara said, "Why? Mita, why you did that? Why you go and do that? And you got the random sperm, and you don't know who the father is, all that stuff." And he just, she said, I don't know. He left me what I think, because he left for like 2 days, I think 48 hours. So she didn't know that he was gonna coming back or not. And I said, yeah, maybe you should wait a little bit longer before he came back. But she just did it. That was her decision. She said, he left me, and I understand him, but he just left like that. It seemed like he was gone for good. So when he came back, she was like, it was already been done. So she had to wait a week or something before she found out she was actually really pregnant. And during that time, she couldn't have orgasm like that because it would mess up her thing. Because I guess she had to get the injected, the insemination in her body and stuff like that. So she had to go through a rigorous thing to make sure she could get this pregnancy stick. So to avoid for that happening, she would do other things to Justin, so he won't give her orgasms. Because she said every time she has sex with him, she gets an orgasm. So she was giving him head, and she was getting tired of giving head because she said I need to do something else because he gonna start getting bored. He gonna catch on. The character, I can give you some lube. You can do the thing behind the back, take it to the back and stuff like that. Do whatever you gotta do. And I said, oh, Mary Jane, don't be old girl. And that's that. Until a while that he was started cooking for her, she was in the bathroom, and then she took the test, and she saw the test, and was pregnant. And they say, oh, congratulations, Mary Jane. But now it's tough because at that time, he went in the bathroom, and he saw the pregnancy test, and it was like, oh my gosh. He said, and then he had to explain, and he got upset again. He said, I don't know. It was like, I want to have a family. I want this like that. But you made the decision without talking, and it's like that. She said, I didn't know you was coming back, and all of a sudden she said, will you be okay? He said he don't know he will be okay being a father of somebody's child when he don't know if he's not the father. So it's like, oh my gosh. I said, this is gonna be a sad tale for this happening like that with these two. They got back to broke up, got back together, that broke up again, and I was like, oh wow. So he couldn't fathom and deal with her being pregnant, and it's not his child, so he left again. And I said, oh God. So now she's pregnant, a single mother pregnant, and that's not something she wanted in her life. She wanted to have a husband, have kids, but I guess her dreams, her goals shifted. So she just got to do what she got to do. She gonna be a mother, single parent. There are a lot of women out there who be single parents and do it well. So she gonna be a single parent. So this where we met because she went to do pregnancy classes, and birth pregnancy classes where you gotta learn to breathe, and you bring your partner with you, and they're doing massage techniques and stuff. And she was by herself. She was doing her alone, and I said, oh, that she's just, I can see she feels so left out. But she met Bo. Bo is Morris Chestnut, by Bo. And I just can't help to think about Brothers when they was together in Brothers, and how he couldn't commit. He had a hard time committing, and then he met her, and she make him love again, all that stuff. And he just like, you know what? He realized he could do it again, and I guess that was a good movie. I love that movie. It just made me reminded of that movie. I said, oh, once again, but Bo, they used to go. Bo and Mary J used to go to college together, and Bo used to be a nerdy guy, nerdy glasses, all that stuff like that, and they used to date in college. But why that ended up separated is that she wanted to be with her. He wanted to be with her, but she didn't. She wanted to follow her goals, so she was not ready to be like that, be a housewife like that. So she said, "No, I want to follow my goals, my dreams, my career, all that stuff." That was her path. Until later on in life, that she realized that have her own career was enough for her. And then him, he was that, and then I think what he was doing before. Um, yeah, he left. He was doing a corporate job, and then he became lead software developer, and he making good money. And he's divorced because he was married. He got divorced, and I was like, oh wow. So you could tell it's like rekindling because she didn't want to be by herself. He wanted to be there for her, so he said he offered to be there to the classes and stuff like that. Offered to be there for her classes, so she won't be alone because she does feel left out being alone. And he met her when she took a bite of her hot dog when she ain't supposed to be having it, and she threw up. And then he saw her, and then they was like, that's how they reconnected again. And he started going to her classes again, and then she realized, you know what, my niece is having an ungraduation party, something like that. I want you to come. Her niece, yeah, it's her niece. I want you to come and be there for us. Be there for our celebration in Atlanta, like that. And he said, yeah, I will be there. And I was like, oh, that's nice. I love it. And I said that. And they started getting together, started messing around and stuff. And, you know, she was horny when she was pregnant. And they had sex and all that and that stuff. And he was okay being there by her side, being there for the baby. And also, he said he don't care. He would love her no matter what. So it became an instant kind of like connection, even though it's like reconnecting what they had in the past. So it was just like we kindled the flame at what they had, and he just became nice. She said, "Oh my God, I was you so nerdy and stuff like different than back then. Now you just a good looking change, looks change, you look fine now," and that's how it was. So they became an item now. Now Niecy, you know, Niecy was in the working salon, and she wanted to get her thing back. And you know, her Niecy, like sometimes she can never get it right or something like that. She always wants something, but she don't follow through. But now she really serious, so she really wants to open her salon or something like that. So she work it in a salon to get her client up to get money and stuff like that, so they get her kids. And I guess a problem at the salon that somebody took a client and she came in or late and all that stuff. And they say, well, you can't be fighting people in front of my clients. And like that. She said, no more, I quit. Thank you for the opportunity, but I quit. She go work on her own. So she went to the office and met the guy named, I think his name's Keith. Mike. He went to a guy named Mike. And she wanted to start a business plan. And Mike said he has a business degree. He has a degree in business. And she said, what you doing working in a nonprofit? He said, I love doing it. I love helping people, stuff like that. So he helped her work a pitch plan so she could present the pitch or whatever it is so she get funding to start her own business. She want to open her own salon. So she presented the pitch to her family, Mary Jane, everybody. And Mike was there. And they was giving her a tough thing. He was like, they appreciate, they want her to do it, they support her. They just say, no, you two a little ambitious, maybe work in the salon for a couple of years, but get your clientele up. When you get the money, that we can revisit this. And she just got upset. She said, you know what, I want your support of me, I need your support and stuff like that, and I need to do this, I need this now, I can't wait anything. No, I need this now. I got 2 kids to take care of. This is my one I want. So they feel kind of bad about it. So what they eventually end up doing is that they turn one of the rooms in the house to her own personal salon, so she can get clients to go in her salon in there. She got products and stuff like that. She can work her own schedules at the house and do it well. And I said that's really nice they did that for her, because she said they know how hard you want to. We know how hard you want this. You work, and we want to give this back to you. Now for that to happen, they was gonna think about selling the house, but that didn't happen. PJ bought the house because the father and mother was thinking about selling it and to do what they want to do. Now, for that to happen, The father was still upset because remember last season the mother, it was an old flame the mother had that reconnected, who ended up becoming, who was Niecy's father. I forgot his name. I forgot Niecy's father's name, but oh no, I didn't get his name. Patrick, yes, Patrick father, and now she said she wanted to know how it was and all like that, and what it would be like to be with her because it was so craziness. Because I guess she was with Patrick father, and I guess she left Patrick father to be with their current father, her current husband now, and so like that. Or it was some mix up between that he chose him, and it was that and whole life. So the father was so upset. He really upset because even though nothing happened, she didn't sleep with the guy and all that stuff, but the intentions was there. And since the tensions were there, it is like, damn, like you was not gonna leave me, go fall with this guy, and that's how it happened. So he was so upset. Patrick PJ got the father together and he said, you know what? Don't give up on Ma. I know she made a mistake and stuff like that, but she loves you to the end of earth and she trying to make it up to you and stuff. And after a while, he started to realize that you know what, his kids are right. It's like I should not throw this away because of something happened. It was a mistake. It's like that. It will never happen again. I know she loves me. So he decided to make rekindle with her, and it was a function, and they was out dancing and stuff like that. And she went out, and he make up. Well, it ain't good now. So they still sold the house, or they still sold the house, but they sold it to their son PJ. PJ bought the house, so that's why DC was able to get the rule because now they're in the house. It's not going anywhere. She just won her shot. Also, that was nice for them to happen. To have that happen. So that was sad. So let me wrap this up. Now, during the midst of Mary Jane being with Bo, because she told her family about Bo, and they said, "Oh, I know Bo. He's like that." And they met him, and um, the mom, the family met Bo, and they had a good time. They was talking. They said we liked him, and stuff like that, and everything. Now, when Mary Jane was doing an anchor, like a report like that, a show. Somehow after the show, she got in pain, and I think she was around 7 months, or like that. So she was early, and she cut pain, and everybody said, "Oh my gosh, what happened?" She went to the hospital. Justin came while this happened, and he didn't want Carol to tell Mary Jane that he was there because he didn't want to upset her. Because remember, he left her. So he came back and just to check her on and see if she was okay. But she said, why you just don't go and see him? It's like that. He said, don't tell her I was here. Don't tell her I was here. She said, all right, whatever. So she did end up telling Mary Jane. But you could tell he still loves her because he came all the way down to see if she was okay, to check on the baby, even though he know the baby's not his. It was like, okay. And Bo was there and all that stuff and that. So Mary Jane in the hospital, stuff like that. And she came back to the station and realized that Justin was at the station because she didn't realize Justin came back and he was taking cover for Carol's spot because Carol went to the hospital to do the surgery. Carol purposely chose Justin to take over her spot because she realized he would be a perfect person for that job. And he told Mary J he was doing that because he was looking for the night spot and he only temporarily doing it. But separately, she didn't know that Carol purposely wanted him to do it because I don't know. She said she planned on coming back, but right now he's a good job for her, and she know how much they still love each other. Stop playing the funk and stop settling because he said Carol told her, don't settle. If you really love Justin, be with Justin. Don't settle for Bo because he's nice right now. So Bo and Justin got at it. They started fighting and punching each other and everything, and it was great chaos. And Bo laughed and said, he said, decide who you want. And she put him in a position that now she got to try to decide between Justin and Bo. She went to see Justin. They rekindled and stuff like that. Bo came back to the house and proposed. I said, damn! And now she's sitting there wondering who is this. And that's why I was saying now we find out who she picked because now she had to choose between Bo and Justin. Bo is somebody that she went to college with and rekindled with, and he's a nice guy, or Justin, who she had this up and down with, who she knows she really loves. So Justin finally met the baby because it was coming to name. She named him Albert, She named the baby Albert James Patterson, named after her great grandfather. Yeah, I think her grandfather or great grandfather. I think her great grandfather, because it was a blanket that her mother gave to her and passed down for generation to generation. And she said she likes it, and it was think about her name. And then she realized, she saw the blanket. She said, "I'm gonna call him Albert J. Patterson, AJ." And I said that was nice. And I guess the baby liked the name because he started cooling. And Justin saw the baby and realized about the baby, and he started connecting with the baby, and then that's when he came out with the baby, and he saw Bo and the thing. And now, flash forward to the how the beginning started. She was in a wedding dress, and we had to find out who she picked because it cut off after that. It's decided her decision. She got out, beautiful white dress, all that stuff, walked out of the aisle, and it was Justin. So she picked Justin. I said, "Oh, okay." It was nice. So she picked Justin, and her and Justin got married. And it was a nice little ending. And that was the end of Being Mary Jane. A sum of everything that happened. That was mostly what happened in the series. It was a good conclusion. It ended. It is what it is. I mean, a lot of people might say that it's lackluster. It wasn't to what they wanted. But I guess they had to wrap it up at some point. And I mean, it took a while for them to even come back with it. But that's what it was. So, being Pauletta Patterson end up marrying Justin, and she has a baby, and they're gonna raise the baby together, and that's how they ended. So that would be a Mary Jane. It would be no more. There was a finale of the series. So hopefully you can catch on demand yourself, BET, and watch it yourself, and tell me how you think about the series finale. And talk to you all later. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel if you're new to my channel, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace.